Okay, here's your whiteboard practice. You guys will be writing your answers on your whiteboards following along. Some of the problems you will be using, or you will have the option, I suppose, of using the binomial squared shortcut we talked about. That's if either it has an exponent of 2 on the outside of the parentheses, or both sets of parentheses are actually identical to each other in every way. And you can use that method. There are times you're going to use difference of squares methods if both parentheses look the same except for one has a plus sign and one has a minus sign. All the numbers and variables are the same other than that. Okay, if you don't feel comfortable with shortcuts, go ahead and FOIL every problem. You're still get the same answer. It's just you could save a little time and not need to show as much work if you could pick up on the shortcuts. I've already mentioned this first one is going to be a binomial squared. It's got the exponent on the outside. So if you're doing the problem the old way, you would write it down twice and FOIL it out, do your 4 multiplications. I'm going to ask you to at least pay attention when I display the answer for the shortcut though. So I'm going to pause it or suggest that the video gets paused, and then go ahead and when everyone's ready to see the answer and agree on it, you can start it up again. Okay, this first spot up here on the right side is what could be going through your head if you wanted to use a shortcut, and I have the answers displayed below. If you didn't want to like a shortcut, then I'm okay with it. But you should end up with an x squared, a 14x, and a 49. So a trinomial with all 3 of those terms. Scroll up and have you get a look at the next problem. Okay, so you're doing the whiteboard, so I want everyone doing the same problem at a time, so everyone should be now working on problem 2. X plus 7 times the quantity x minus 7. Go ahead and pause the video and I'll get my answer written up. Okay, here is 2 the versions of work you could have, your 4 multiplications, or the shortcut that would be appropriate is the first term squared minus the second term squared. Whichever method you choose, doesn't matter. In the end, everyone should agree on an answer of x squared, that's a hideous 9, minus 49. Alright, everyone take a peek at problem 3, and then we'll get the video paused and I'll show you an answer once everyone's had a chance to work it out. Okay, once again, here's my work shown. The shortcut method that's appropriate is the binomial squared method. And if you wanted to just write it out twice and FOIL it out, you could do that as well. Either way, your answer is going to result with a x squared. You got to really think of that being a negative 11 if you're going to be getting this right. That gives you a negative 22x and a positive 121. Alright, I'll scroll up to get this problem number 4 towards the top of the screen, but you can go ahead and get started on it, and we can pause the video and check out the answer here in a little bit. Okay, this one, the appropriate shortcut is called difference of squares. Square the first spot, put a subtraction sign, square the second term, and you should end up with x squared minus 16. The subtraction sign is always going to be there with this method. You gotta get used to it, and then you're going to result with a binomial. Okay, problem 5, I'll once again get it paused, move the screen up, and see if we can all agree on an answer. Okay, it is quantity x plus 8 times x plus 8 that could be written with just one set of parentheses and exponent 2 on the outside. Regardless of which way you see it, it's called a binomial squared. X squared plus 16x plus 64. Once again, everyone's now on problem number 6, trying to have everybody working together and answering these at the same time. 7x minus 3 times 7x plus 3. 2 sets of parentheses are the same except for that sign, so think about the appropriate shortcut. Get it paused and I'll display the answers here in a second or 2. Okay, wrote that one nice and big in case anyone was trying to see it from miles away or possibly the moon. Everyone's now on problem 7. I'll leave it here for a couple seconds, pause it, and then I'll show you the answer, see if we can agree on them. Okay, I decided to show you again what should be going through your head when you're using this shortcut. Take the first piece and square it. My phone's ringing right there. That first quantity squared gave you 81x squared. In the middle, you're going to be multiplying them together, the 5 times the 9x, and you're going to double it. So 2 times 5 times 9, well, it's going to be 90. And you got the x attached. And the last spot squared gives you 25. So if you can kind of get that all in your head, you don't have to show the work, but if you aren't comfortable with it, please do show your work. I'm more concerned about the right answers than the exact process you're coming up with it. Alright, everyone take a peek at number 8, and we'll all start that here pretty soon, and get this video paused before I show you the answer. Okay, hopefully people took a careful look at number 8, realized the parentheses did not look the same, there's different numbers involved, so there's no shortcut that you can use. So there's no shortcut, you have to revert back to FOILing, you don't even have the choice. Okay, for multiplications, combine like terms, you should come up with x squared plus 2x minus 15. I believe there's 10 total problems on this whiteboard here, so I'll scroll down, you'll be able to take a peek at the last two, and everyone will start working on problem 9. Okay, score the first spot, x squared. When you multiply negative 3 times x and then double it, you get negative 6x, and negative 3 squared is 9. Last problem, number 10. Everyone get started on it. Okay, here's your trinomial 4x squared plus 3x minus 1. That's the end of our whiteboards, and now we're going to practice some of them on your own. Hopefully you feel pretty confident with it by now. Good luck.